Shalom Aleichem. Welcome to the Breslov weekly Parshat Shir. This week is Acharei. Torah depicts the passing of Aaron's sons and the advisory for Aaron HaKohen, the high priest, not to go into the temple, into the Holy of Holies, the Kodesh Kodoshim, except on Yom Kippur, and this should be the order of the sacrifices and the service in the temple on Yom Kippur. That's how the Parsha starts off. Then it goes into different laws about not serving idolatry and laws of sacrifices and whatnot. And then the Parsha ends with a list of forbidden sexual encounters. Okay, so let's start with Yom Kippur. Vaydaber Hashem el Moshe Ber el Aaron Hayavoy Acharei Moshe Shnei Bnei Aaron. When they drew too close to Hashem, There's a danger in that too. That's what the Pasuk is telling us. There are times people want to come close to Hashem and they have a burning desire and they take on too much. They put in extra devotions which is not demanded of them. And that many times leads to their downfall. That's what happened with the children of Aaron way back in Parshat Shmini before Pesach. So Hashem was telling Moshe to tell Aaron, right, this is how you do the service. Exactly in this order. We have to learn the Shulchan Aruch. We have to learn the laws of Torah. How could you observe the Torah if you don't know the laws? Right? So every day, Rabbi Nachman tells us it's important and it's a positive commandment for a person to study the laws of Torah every day. If you're capable, take the big Shulchan Aruch, go through all the different sides, come out with an answer. If not, take what they call the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, the abridged version. Study the abridged version of Shulchan Aruch. You study that abridged version, at least you'll come out with knowledge of what the halacha wants. If you don't fully understand, there's always supposed to be a local rabbi who does understand, and he will help guide you what you can or cannot do. And that's the importance. It's all put together with the teachings about Yom Kippur, because Yom Kippur is a day of forgiveness. And the person who studies will earn forgiveness. Simple as that. Very simple. You study Torah, you try to fulfill the will of Hashem, Hashem will forgive you. He's certainly not there to make life miserable for you. It may happen anyway, according to your deeds. But the point is that Hashem will help you realize what you did right, what you did wrong, and He'll help you come to your senses to do the right thing. So that's the beginning of the Parsha. The middle part of the Parsha, there are certain laws about sacrifices, whether we can bring a sacrifice outside the Temple Mount, and what happens with the blood of a sacrifice. Are we allowed to eat it or not? So on. The ideas behind these laws are that we're not supposed to put our lives in danger, right? There's a place and time for everything. The time when the temple is built, bring your sacrifices. Now the temple is not built. You can't bring a sacrifice. So don't. You won't bring a sacrifice. But if you want to serve Hashem, you can serve Hashem with your own sacrifices. I could do without this dessert sacrifice. I can do without indulging. I could do without eating meat at every meal or every day. I could forego the ice cream or the other delicacies, right? There's ways to sacrifice before Hashem. Torah then tells us about the laws of intimacy, with whom I'm allowed to be intimate, with whom not. A parent, a child, forbidden, absolutely forbidden, right? Not only that, aunts and uncles, forbidden, right? Homosexuality, forbidden, absolutely forbidden. In fact, all those that where the he becomes a she, as far as Torah is concerned, it's a homosexual act between two men, because he's not a he and she's not a she. Whatever. Anyway, what is all this about? Because the main test, the Zohar says, Rabbi Nachman quotes it, the main test of a person in this world is the sexual test of immorality. And it presents itself at every corner. Madison Avenue is an expert in promoting sex. Madison Avenue will promote every kind of illegal unification. So will Hollywood. So will the media. So will everyone else in the woke system. Everyone else will try and support and promote that which is illegal. Well, quite frankly, I'm not the leading therapist of the generation, but the Torah is. And quite frankly, a lot of these people that immerse themselves into these type of lifestyles are actually murdering themselves together with everyone else who is involved with them. They're literally murdering themselves. They're mutilating the human body and they're promoting promiscuity. And where are they going with this? What have they accomplished with all their innuendos? What? Absolutely nothing. Not only nothing, they have actually lowered themselves, degraded themselves into a nation, into people who have no morality whatsoever. Nothing means anything to them. Personally, I accuse the Supreme Court of the United States, SCOTUS as they're known, when they originally allowed Larry Flint and the penthouse to become public. They allowed pornography under the rubric of free speech. Look what's happened to the generation. Look how low everyone, right? They take young children. It's become so commonplace. Why? What? What have they gained? They've lost. They've lost humanity. They've lost morality. They've lost all honesty. Right? The Torah is warning us against that. Torah is warning us, do not descend into illegal relationships. Do not. Because you take one step, and there's another step. then there's another step, and everything goes lost. Torah is warning us and telling us, you want to have life, you want to live and be able to breathe, you want to be able to live morally, decently, and follow Torah's advice. Avoid all the illicit relationships. Avoid encouraging the boys and the girls from doing things that they're taught. Imagine sex education in the first grade. Kid doesn't even know what it's all about. But that's okay. You got to destroy his mind when he's 6 years old. So anyway, let us hope and pray. The lessons of the Parsha this week teach us to live a moral life, a decent life, a good life. And may Hashem help us that we do the right thing and we all live peacefully, honestly, with the blessing of Hashem upon us. Amen v'amen. Good evening, and I hope you enjoyed the shir. And if you like to share, please pass it on to others and let them all get interested in Breslov and Rabbi Nachman's teachings. We look forward to hearing from a lot more of you. All the best.